After more than a century of making Lamar's the ice cream capital of the world, Wells Enterprises will soon be under new ownership. Thanks for joining us. I'm Larry Wentz, and tonight that story is first at 5. Wells today announcing its sale to Italy's the Ferrero Group, makers of products like Nutella spread, Tic Tac breath mints, and Ferrero Rocher hazelnut candy. Under the terms of the sale, Wells will remain a standalone business as part of the Ferrero Group and retain its offices in Lamar's along with production facilities there in Nevada and New York. It's the latest in a string of sweets-related additions for Ferrero, which in recent years has bought the makers of both Butterfinger candy bars and sweet tarts. We're joined now by Mike Wells, the CEO of Wells Enterprises, about today's big changes. And Mr. Wells, I guess the first thing I'd ask you, is this somewhat bittersweet for you?
Here for 45 years. I told my folks this morning I started 5 days out of high school in 1977 and have worked my way up through the organization, been CEO for the last 15. The sweet part of this is we've set this company up for success for literally the next 100 years. We talk a lot about being a 100-year-old plus company looking for the next 100 years, and this is really a great solution for that next 100 years for this company and this community and all of our employees.
Now, as I understand, Wells will still be sort of I don't know if left alone is the word, but its own business at this point, with just the headquarters in Italy kind of overlooking things.
Yeah, the beauty of Ferrero and their holding companies is that they run them as standalone business units. So they're excited to continue the heritage of the family. Wells on the outside of the buildings, still an Iowa-based company. Need every one of our employees, our facilities, and commitments to the community. And yeah, we'll roll up into the Ferrero Holding Group, but be a standalone business unit. And that was important to me to be able to create that continued autonomy, as well as protect all of the jobs and the communities that we do business in.
Speaking of jobs and employees, I know a lot of people get a little nervous when they hear about changes, especially way at the top. What's going to happen to their benefits? What's going to change for them? Will they have to move? Can you give us some idea what the future is for your employees?
Yeah, nothing changes. It was, I had an open question and answer time, and there were a few employees, do I get my bonus? Is my pay going to change? And am I going to lose my job? And what a beautiful way to honor my family's heritage as well as present Ferrero as such a great company, and that is nothing changes. Everything stays the same. I've been grooming the next level of management behind me for the last couple of years. My stepping out as a result of the transaction to advise on both sides, and Liam Killeen becoming the next CEO has been in the works for a while. He's somebody that everybody's been comfortable with, and literally there will be no change other than the fact that there'll be somebody different sitting in the corner office as a result.
Now, when is that change going to take place in the corner office? When are you coming out? What can you tell us about the new CEO?
New CEO actually has a great background in confectionery candy. Most of his career had been in that. And there was such a correlation and such a commonality between confectionery candy and ice cream. Liam was a great addition to my team. I hired him back in 2014. And he's just a natural because now he knows both sides of this transaction and the relationship and can add tremendous value. To answer your question, Larry, the transaction will close somewhere in mid to late January, and that's when my transition out will happen.
All right, Mike Wells, CEO of Wells Enterprises, thank you very much for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Now, reaction to the sale is coming in from Iowa political leaders. Governor Kim Reynolds saying, I want to express my gratitude to Mike Wells and his family for insisting that Iowa will remain the home of Wells Enterprises, including its facilities, products, and people as the business begins this new chapter. And Congressman Randy Feenstra saying, since 1913, Blue Bunny has produced the world's best ice cream, employed thousands of Iowans, and built one of the most reputable brands in the confectionery business.